I wonder about the future of the Kokugikan interstable sessions after day 4. There just doesn't seem to be a great buy-in from salaried wrestlers, only 7 of whom deemed it worth their while today. Not many here, said a lonely Kakuryu gazing wistfully at the horizon in the hope Asanoyama's buff body would fade into view. I was thinking of challenging the Ozeki if he came. The Yokozuna made do with 20 minutes of chest lending against the hungry trio of stablemate Kiribayama, hard-hitting Onosho, and recovered virus victim Wakatakakage. It was heartening indeed to see the latter back fighting. Having been infected at December's end, he endured an anxious New Year period, spending 2 or 3 days in hospital and suffering reduced taste and smell for 2 weeks. Despite only having resumed proper training on February 1st, Waka took on Onosho, Kiribayama, and Azumaryu a total of 11 times today, winning 5 and losing 6. I joined these sessions midway because my physical stamina hasn't really returned to what it was, he said. I don't know whether I was out of breath at the end, but certainly short of breath. I hit as hard as I could today, that was my only focus. I have some concerns, but no virus after effects of which to speak. It was no surprise to find Asanoyama absent after yesterday's pummeling, and only slightly more surprising to find Takayasu absent after he vowed to wait and see how he was feeling. Even if he felt like fighting, he knows he will get far more dohyo time at his own stable, something many wrestlers clearly feel, and which is proving a major issue when trying to sell these sessions. We also await further updates on Mitake Umi, who, as you may know, hurt his shoulder in Sunday's session and was also absent today. Takanosho and Takanosho seem very much in love with their new stable's larger training area and in no hurry to trade it for the Kokugikan. It's apparently wide enough to allow for charging practice to take place outside the ring while others fight. We can really stretch out when doing our foot stamps, and even that's not all, said a beaming Takanosho. The showers and bathrooms are wider, as indeed are the rooms in which we live. The Itabashi locals are really warm and often call out and chat to us. We're just really grateful. Asked what Daieisho's title win means for pushers such as himself, he said, "Yeah, I guess part of me thinks I can win the cup too now. But I don't want to obsess about it, because once I do that, I start losing badly." Which meant that with no top rankers to face, Kakuryu's main duty was to help cut the hair of Mongolian wrestler Arawashi, whose socially distanced retirement ceremony was held in the Kokugikan main hall after practice. When I was a lower ranker and we went to Kyushu, our base camps were really close and we often trained together, Kakuryu reminisced. But when we first met for real, I lost. His legs were well muscled, meaning although quite narrow, they created power at the tachiai. And he was also very flexible, difficult to get hold of. Why the rush to hold this ceremony under a declaration of emergency? Because, we learned yesterday, that Arawashi's former coach, Minezaki, turns 65 in May, meaning that his Minezaki stable will close after the March meet, and all wrestlers will transfer to Shibatayama. I have quite a few stories about Minezaki stable, which was very welcoming of visitors, especially overseas ones, before sumo rules were tightened. I look forward to sharing those stories with you sometime in future.